All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a sort of channel updates video. In this one, I'll just be real with you guys, real talk. We'll get into a few different things and how the channel's doing, and also discuss the future of it, as well as how the decline of The Walking Dead has personally affected me. Alright, so I wanted to do a sort of channel updates video because The Walking Dead Season 10 has premiered now. We're a few episodes in. We've seen the first 3 episodes. And I've been getting more and more of these types of comments lately, related to the Walking Dead television series and also the interest in the channel here on YouTube, TrevChan2, with you guys. And so I decided, well, let's do a channel updates video, let you guys know how things are going and kind of the future outlook of the channel, as well as how, obviously the decline in interest of what we cover mostly in the channel here, which is Walking Dead. I mean, we do other stuff too when I get time to, but of course Walking Dead does take priority over other movies and TV series and things like that, because that's what most of you guys are here for to start with anyway. So, I mean, basically the elephant in the room is this. The Walking Dead television series has been airing for, this is the 10th year. I'm personally just happy that they're still doing it so that we can keep doing this on YouTube together, guys, and kind of still kind of get together and have fun discussing what's going on in the series and discussing what we think will happen and kind of just have fun with this hobby as a community. Now, people have been kind of messaging me lately and kind of asking about some of the stats of the channel, like people scoping out the channel stats and things like this. And, I've gotten some troll messages, people saying, oh, Trev, you got to switch, you can't do Walking Dead, you got to do something else or whatever, this kind of thing. So basically, this is the situation, guys. You don't need to worry about the channel here on YouTube, whether or not, I'm going to continue to cover Walking Dead, I'm going to continue to cover these other series. I'll also try and see if I can find time to cover other things as well, too. So, for example, could be Breaking Bad, El Camino, the Joker movie, which I still haven't seen yet. When I get time to do these things, if I get time, then definitely we'll do some stuff on it. But the thing is, guys, the way I set things up is I never wanted to rely solely on YouTube here as a career, like have that be, my entire career. So what I did was I kind of I set it up as sort of a part-time extra thing I could do, and I kept my day job all the way through the channel being in it's almost its 11th year now. It's over 10 years old, and like when I started, I was just in my early 20s. Now I'm 33, so a lot of things have changed in the world. The whole world is different a decade later than how it was 10 years ago. I mean, I still have my parents when I started this channel with you guys. It's really crazy. So yeah, man, I mean, things change, and things do also run their course too. Interest in certain things in entertainment isn't always there to the same thing. If you look at this year, a lot of the series that I cover here in the channel with you guys, there's been a lot of blows this year. A lot of things just kind of ending and stuff that we used to cover or we used to do, and I don't know if it's just because of Netflix or just whatever. A lot of these different series have ended. Like, for example, Game of Thrones, we knew it was going to end, but I did cover Game of Thrones for 7 out of its 8 years, starting in its 2nd season. Of course, Breaking Bad's been over for a while, but the movie's kind of cool. Better Call Saul didn't show up this year. We used to cover Z Nation, which did end. It had its final season last year. And then, of course, the big one was the Walking Dead comic book series, I want to say, ending this year, which is so unexpected because we all thought it was going to last for another 5 or 10 years. So it just goes to show that you can never really guarantee anything. So to a degree, the future is always uncertain. Sometimes life can throw you curveballs, and you wouldn't have known that ahead of time, and you wouldn't have foreseen that coming. It might be the last thing you kind of expected. Such was the case, with the Walking Dead comics, which we all thought was going to last, maybe to issue 300 or at least another 5 or 10 years, and it ended up to be kind of a big surprise shocker that he wanted us to think that, so he could swerve us and kind of end it in a unexpected fashion, just and no one would know right before it was over. So what can you do, though? You never know what's going to happen, right? This just goes to show that you just never know. So I'm happy that we can continue to do this together, guys. Some people looking at the stats and saying, well, not as much interest in, like, for example, The Walking Dead Season 10 premiering and only getting around 3 million views or 4 million views, and then second episode even less. Third episode, we don't know yet for how many people watched it, but, a lot less demand than back in the day where you used to get 15 million, views for The Walking Dead. A lot of interest there. A lot of people want to talk about it. And of course, that carries over to what we do here on YouTube. And, me making videos with you guys and us discussing and everything like that. It's been a couple years now. The channel has not really gained any new subscribers. It's been around about 230,000 for about 2 years now, I want to say, or something like that. And, I actually kind of view that as sort of a success thing because if you think about it, with the decline of the series and there being so many less people actually watching it, for us to be able to cover it so much and be able to stay at about the same level is probably actually just a win if you think about it, because if you have 15 million or 10 million versus 3 million or 4 million watching it to start with, streaming can account for some, but not that much, then it's just like, okay, well, I think that's a win in some ways. So basically, what I want to do with you guys and what I'm hoping to do, we're 10 years in now, I'm hoping to just basically keep going about as long as we can do. Obviously, I don't have as much energy to do stuff as I used to. I work a lot at my day job. I work like 41 or 42 or 43 hours a week, somewhere in that range. Let's say 42 on average. Plus, I do the channel in addition to that, which is at least another 10 to 15. So it's about 55 to 60 hours a week or so, most of the year, pretty much every week of the year. So that is a lot to do, and sometimes I have to push back these other things that I might want to do, like, a review for Joker or El Camino, and which I haven't even seen both all the way through yet, because, again, when you don't have that much time, you can't always. I've watched like the first half of El Camino, and I haven't watched the second half yet because I haven't had time. And so that's just the way it goes. So basically for me, don't worry about me, guys. Those of you who are concerned, like, oh man, Trev used to get like 1 million views a month and now he only gets like 300,000 or something like this, or his videos used to get at least 20,000 to 100,000 views each, and now the Walking Dead stuff only gets 5 or 10,000 views or whatever. Don't worry about that, guys. It's not a concern. Basically, as long as we're enjoying doing this together and we're having fun, that's what I'm here for. That's what, I love to do with you guys. So I'd like to keep that going about as long as we can. If eventually things change to where eventually the Walking Dead TV series ends in a few years or something like this, or, people just get tired of it and they don't even care enough to watch videos like this online on YouTube discussing it or discussing different things, then, it's okay. Like, that's just the nature of things. Like, eventually things run their course one way or another. And what I'm basically going to try to do in the next few years, and my task here on YouTube with you guys, is to try to keep the channel going as long as I can. Even behaviorally, even if I'm making videos and not that many people are watching, as long as I'm constantly making the videos almost every day and I'm doing my thing, doing my part, that's really what I can do. I can't necessarily control how much interest there is there for a particular property. If we're viewing a certain series, such as The Walking Dead or the new spinoff they're going to do, or Fear, or anything else as well too. So I just kind of wanted to level with you guys about that. The reality is, it's true, it's not as popular as it was, and a lot of these other series have ended. So it just creates more space for me to kind of find some other stuff to maybe connect with you guys with, and maybe to cover and to get into and get interested in. And we'll have to see where that kind of journey leads and where that takes us. And I'm prepared to go forward with the channel about as long as I can. I'm prepared to go down with the ship, even if I have to try to steer that thing as it's taken on water and it's underwater. I'll be the last one off, right? That's kind of the way that I think about it. That's what any good captain should probably do, is make sure everybody else is off before they get off, right? So if possible, that's what I'll do, unless it gets to the point where I have to take on another job and maybe I don't have time at all to do it or something like that. At least, here and there, try to do some videos at least once a week or something like that in the future. So thank you guys for over a decade of all your support and everything. Don't worry about me. I'm totally fine. I set myself up to where, like I said, I do have my main job that I do still, and I'm still been there for 13 years, still am. Had the channel running for, over 10 years now, close to 11 years, and it's still running, and whatever, that's fine. And then I have other things that I have, other entrepreneurial stuff that I have going as well too, which I don't really share, but it's a significant thing as part of what I do as far as my career goes, is investing and stuff, whatever. I don't actually do anything, it just makes money, whatever. so that's fine. So so don't worry about me, guys. I'm totally fine. It's no big deal. And basically, for me, it's about passion. If I'm still enjoying this with you guys, if we're still having fun, that's the name of the game, and that's what I'm here for with you guys. So I'm fine. Everything is just fine, guys. Don't worry. And thank you guys so much for your support over the years. And I'm just going to keep trying to do my best and, leave the rest, right? You do your best, leave the rest, Everything runs its course. You can't control everything. You can't beat yourself up and get yourself down sometimes when things don't work out. That's just the way life is. That's just how it is. So the ups are always, everyone does well during the ups. The ups are great. If you're in a bull market, everything's awesome. Everyone's doing well. Economy's good. Everybody's got lots of, jobs and everyone's doing well and everything's awesome. Then that's great. And if things are down, such as the case with Walking Dead and, the channel as a result, and all the other series ending too, which, just happened to happen within about the last year or two. When things are good, it's easy. It's hard when things are not good. That's when it's the most challenging, is when unexpected things happen, or things just are in a decline for you personally with whatever it is you're doing. That's when it's hard. So when that's the case, you just got to try to, do your very best and just go on forward, man. Just put your head down and go forward and do the best that you can. So that's what I'm going to keep doing here, even though, the interest doesn't seem to be there as much as usual. It's scary. It's kind of like almost at fear levels. It's like, what is going on here? It's like, what is going on? This is so weird. It's like supposed to be Walking Dead stuff. You're supposed to be hyped, but it's like almost just a little bit more than fear. It's like, what? Like, what's going on here? Anyway, whatever. It's cool. We'll just see what happens. Just enjoy the ride. It's all you can do sometimes, or try to. If you like the video, guys, please thumb it up below. Leave a comment. Let me know how you guys are feeling. If there's any other series you'd like for me to cover or anything, or movies or whatever, leave a comment below if there's anything else you'd like to see or for me to check out and maybe do some reviews for or something. That's cool. No problem. And thank you guys so much for everything. I really owe it all to you guys. There really would be no channel here if it wasn't for you guys. It's all about you guys. Anyway, that's it for this one. I'll see you guys again soon for another. It's Trev saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.